Welcome to CoinBook. My name is Calvin Waite, and I trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for a living. My goal is to help you guys to become better traders and to help you see opportunities within the crypto markets. So please subscribe. I would love for you to be a part of the community that we are building. So Bitcoin is looking beautiful today. Not less than an hour ago, we had our 2-year high printed in this candle right here, and we're slightly down on the day, but obviously this is a very bullish candle. We have a giant wick here, so everything looks really nice. We have a solid green zone that has formed, and we are just keeping an eye on that 50. As long as we stay above the 50, we are in the green zone. So we'll have to watch this closely and see if our angles change or whatever, but so far we are making a pretty straight line. There's not an immediate sign of a turnaround in the daily. One last quick check. This is our total market cap in Bitcoin terms, and today we've had a little bit more of a volatile day, but our Bitcoin dominance has dropped just a little. So that means our the amount of Bitcoin it would take to well, the market cap of all other cryptos besides Bitcoin has gone up just a tiny bit. So we are seeing a couple of coins having a good day. Some are still in their sell-off. This is when you have some nice heavy bags and you're like, I gotta go take this to market and find a place to sell. Okay, so as a professional trader, we are always looking at our coins that we exchange, that we're trading, from every single angle possible. And we try not to get too emotionally invested into one outcome or another. And so right now I wanted to point out something as a caution, because there's a lot of excitement. We've talked many days in a row how the candles are so bullish. When we look at our dailies, we have these really long tails underneath giving us lots of support. But where could we have a little bit of a turnaround? And somebody in the comments asked the question. I wanted to use his question as the subject matter for today. So I'm going to remove a little bit of this just so that we can see things clearly. And I wanted to point out something that could cause a little bit of a slowdown for us. Obviously, there's no reversal in this chart. I don't see anything taking us down into territory where people will be afraid. But look at this. If I start a trend line at the very bottom of this, I followed up past the tails of this, and then rest it gently on the bottom of this, look what we have here. So we have a trend line that started in 2015 on the weekly chart, and it was touched a couple of times in 2016, and then finally revisited in 2018. And then we touched it again end of 2019 and beginning of this year. We had never broken this, and when we did break it, it was a catastrophic break. When we recovered and started finding a little bit more bullish momentum, we've started a more recent sideways movement here. So this is a sort of a more recent trend that has developed. You could argue that it started back here though. But with this line on our chart, what does what more information does that give us that we haven't kind of accounted for yet? In my mind, it makes it look like we could see some resistance coming up here. Breaking above the 14,000 area is just absolutely spectacular. This is really, really great. But the question is do we really have to fall back down? Like, aren't we just going to go up to 20,000? And the answer is there's no way. There's no way we're going to go straight up to 20,000. So where will we take our break? And how far down will we go before we get there? Those are the questions that I'm asking. And right now on the weekly chart, we have this very defined level at the top of this close right here, 12,000. So 12,000 is in play all the way until the beginning of next year. This 12,000 is a likely place that we could touch all the way through to the end of the year. And where we could find a slowdown, we could hit 14.5, we could hit 15, we could get up in here a bit. When things turn around, they go down fast. These solid bars are usually longer and more dramatic on the down turn, and that's on purpose. Whales like to scare people and give themselves a chance to pick more coins up. So I think that we're nearing the close. In the chart, the best place where we could find that support is between the tip of this, so 12,500 and 12,000 itself. I just have, there's like an 80% chance. I would even go higher. There's a 90% chance that we will touch this again. And we're probably going to see a turnaround not too far away. People look at these long-term points that, hey, we've overcome the 14,000 barrier. Now we're going to go up forever. And sometimes people get so excited, focused on a level for so long that they work really hard to get it there. And once they get there, all that excitement and hype and buying pressure turns into a bunch of question marks. And that's where traders become emotionally vulnerable. Now, believe me, I want us to stay up here as long as possible. If we could be up here for 2 more weeks and then start our correction, that would be spectacular. It would be really great if we could touch this line by the end of the year and stay within this range right here. But we just have to be a little bit logical about it. We will definitely break all-time highs, but I think we'll have a hard time getting above this line. This line would be crazy if we were to break above and hit 20,000 up here. It would just kind of be one of those situations where it's too much too fast. Because if we pop up above 20,000 and then use this line of support, we're getting way up here pretty quickly, and it'd be a tough sell on investors. But we just have to keep our minds. I think this is a beautiful channel that we're starting here, and even if we stay within this channel, it would just be fireworks. Like these are great numbers. Middle of next year, 30,000 or whatever. Like this is all good. I think we'll get more. We'll definitely get steeper as more excitement comes in. But if we can establish a nice long year or half a year of kind of slow, steady growth before we get parabolic and lose our minds, it's going to be better for us in the long term. So if we can keep this bottom line as support for as long as we can. When we finally do go parabolic, it's going to be way better than if we try to get there too fast. So keep an eye right here. This bottom line support really should be our base, and we shouldn't get so excited that we're trying to get above this line. We need to keep things in check.
All right, you guys, we are almost to 1,000 subscribers, and when we get monetized, I'm going to be giving away these enviable Coinbook t-shirts, the apex of crypto fashion. So if you could comment your ideas on how I should distribute these. I'm not sure if I should give out one per day, or one to the best comment, or one per week. So give me your ideas, but I want to build this brand and expand our community.